Hey, how you doing? This is Tommy here from Trader with Harmony. Hope you're all having a great week. So let's get stuck into the next week coming then this June, the actual 14th to the 18th, and we'll go over all the previous week trades as well. So thanks. Okay, so the euro dollar here, we can see here weakness in the actual euro here, and the actual, so it's moving down further down south. Okay, so I'll just flip to the actual weekly first here. So we can see here in the weekly here where the actual these long wicks here in the actual last 4 weeks and this week as well have been the actual bearish candle moving down south. So it's giving us a lot of momentum. We can see here that the actual bears are back in play. So let's go back into the daily. So again here then on Friday here we finish here with a nice big actual bearish candle. So giving us the actual heads up that the bears are in play. So let's go back into the actual 4 hours. Okay, so last week then we finished here at this point, and what I was talking about last week was that actually the actual trend line was broken on the previous week, and what I was saying was that this was the actual a lower low than these lows here, right? So giving us the heads up, this looks like the market is going to change, but I still was looking for one more move back up into this regions, yeah. But we can see here that just didn't happen. Even though we finished here last week, it did try to move up 2 attempts close to our target, but this didn't make it, yeah. So basically then, so this week then coming then, I'm looking for the actual market to move down south. So for a better risk reward then I'm looking for price to come back up into this kind of regions here, and then I'm looking for price to continue down to our new TP being the actual 1.2020 in the euro dollar. So the actual the pound dollar then is in the same scenario. Then we can see here that the actual it cannot make any further highs. So we have basically been maxed out again, and it just cannot go any higher. So and then it's the same then in the actual weekly. So we can see here in the weekly again. So we're at these actual massive actual highs here, and it's just going to be, looks like it's going to be basically like the euro heading down south then for a period of time. So let's go back into the actual 4 hours. So last week then we finished here at this point, and we're like I was saying, I was just looking for one more move back up actually to this target before I was talking about then we're going to see a market change and back down, but it just hadn't got enough strength again. It just tried it 3 times here this week and was not able to make it up to our target. So then for this reason then we are looking for a price to continue down south. And so what I'm looking at then for this week then is for a better risk reward price to come up, and then it's going to continue down to hit our TP being the actual 1.4008 in the pound dollar. So the dollar yen then we can see here in our ascending channel here, the actual price is actually in this regions here. So I'm still looking for price to break this actually descending channel. So let's go into the actual 4 hours. So last week then we finished here at this point, and what I was talking about then, I was looking for price to break this as to come down to our TP being the actual 108.96, but in saying that actually price is struggling to come down here, but it did try to attempt it to actually come down here 3 times, but still cannot break it. And then we're getting these long wicks here, so it's burning out here as well. So I'm still being biased. I'm still looking for price then to continue down south. So once price actually holds in this actual the actual 109.95 area, I'm still looking for price then to continue down south and to hit our TP, being the actual 108.96 in the dollar yen. So in the actual dollar Canadian here, we can see here actually in the actual weekly here that actually we pretty much have come to the bottom of this here, and like this here in the actual August of 2017. We're at this same regions here that it looks like our price is going to continue back up actual north for a period of time. So let's go into the actual daily. Then on Friday here we got a nice actually a daily engulfing candle, giving the heads up that the actual bulls are back in play. Okay, so last week then we finished here at this point, and the previous or the of that week actually it was only a few pips away from our actual target, and then pretty much from then it's just been actually heading back up gradually to the actual bullish side from the actual of this low here. So we can see here price is just gradually starting to come up, right? Okay, so for that reason then I'm looking for buys then. Okay, so what I'm doing then is I'm looking for a better risk reward for price to come back down here and then to come up and then to hit our TP this week and beyond the actual 1.2276 in the dollar Canadian. Okay, so the euro yen then again we can see here that actually price is pulling down or moving down south. So again it's giving us the it's going to be heading down, so it's broken. Okay, so the euro yen then here we can see here actually in the actual weekly. So this is the actual second consecutive week that actual the price has been heading down south, and then we can see here then that actually the reason is because high is up here, and that is prices just can't seem to go any further. So we're going to be looking for sells. Okay, so let's go into the actual daily. So again then we can see here that actually price has come down, shot up, and then we're actually a lower low again, right? So basically so we're just looking for sells, right? So let's go into the four. Right, so last week we finished here at this point, and what I was talking about then, for a better risk reward, if we can get price to come back up into these regions here, which it did, came back up into this, we're looking for price to continue down again. I'm looking for probably a slight bit of a pullback, and then for this week then come down, hit our target being the actual 132.35 in the euro yen. See here that we're in the actual big time, we're in this kind of a trading zone here where it just keeps bouncing off of, right? So it's but I'm still being very biased, and I'm still looking for this actually trading zone here to hold, and then for price then to continue back up actual north. So let's go into the actual 4 hours. Okay, so last week then we finished here at this point, and again we got two more attempts going up again to try to hit our target, and it just cannot seem to break this actual here at the moment. And so again once price then holds at this actually structural level being the 2200 area, we're looking for price to continue back up north to hit our TP being the actual 2978. So in gold here in the actual daily here then again we have actually prices is actually maxed out here and is going down south, we can see here. Okay, so let's go into the actual 4 hours. Okay, so last week then we finished here at this point, and what I was saying then was that actually even though we can see here price is just burning out here and it's getting less and less higher it's going, that we're looking for actual price for one more time. I thought we were going to get it up to here. So this week then it nearly came up here. It came up here like 3 times again, but just couldn't get any further up to our target, so it came up close to it. So again then, so we're looking at then for this week coming then is for price to continue down to the south direction. So for this week then I'm looking for price to come back up into this regions here first, and then I'm looking for sell opportunities down to our TP being the actual 1844 in gold. Right, so our the US 30, the Dow Jones here. So what we have then, like I was saying for the last previous weeks, we have a rising wedge here, meaning that price is just going to have to break it eventually. And this week then again, we can see here that price has broken it, and it has been finished underneath it here as well. So giving us the heads up that this market is going to head down south, right? So let's go into the 4 hours. Okay, so last week then we finished here at this point, and what I was looking for was just one more move back up to this tier, but did not make it. So and like I was saying, that once price, if we get price, is going to be breaking this actually the actual rising wedge, and if its price is going to come down and break this actual support level, which it did here, we got this big engulfing candle here. So that's it then, basically game over then for north side, right? So we're looking for sells, right? So okay, so for this week then, what I'm looking at then for a better risk reward then, if we can get price to come up here first before continuing down south to hit our new TP being the actual 34205 in the Dow. Hey, alright guys, so that's it then again for another week. So it's been a good week all overall. So again guys, then don't forget then to subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and actually if you have any comments then about anything to do with the market, then leave a comment there and we'll get back to you. And have a great week on. Take care. God bless. Bye bye. Thanks.